Are there bookshops in Nigeria?
I think it reflects very poorly on French people that you have to ask me that question. I really do.
This is home. This is Nyumbani, Nyumbani, Nyumbani. Hokoni home. This is Nyumbani, Nyumbani, Nyumbani. Hokoni home.
Uhoroooo Andu house, I hope you are all doing well. Today we are going to be talking about Purple Hibiscus by Chimamanda Ngozi Adichie. I read this book months ago and I was so angry. I didn't understand why Chimamanda would write such a story, which at the time seemed as just that, a story. By the time I finished reading this book, my heart was so heavy and I didn't understand. But now I understand that this may be a story that families have lived to tell, if lucky. When a book invokes such deep emotion in you, that's when you know it's good. So I'm going to be doing a book overview of Purple Hibiscus by Chimamanda Ngozi Adichie. The protagonist in this story is a 15-year-old girl called Kambili. She has a 17-year-old brother called Jaja, and they both live with their parents in Nigeria. Their mother can't speak. Well, not literally. I mean, she has no voice in that house. Their dad is an insane person. Sorry. I meant a stunt Catholic who is obsessed with religion. He allows no sins and he is perfect, or so he thinks. He forbids them to speak any other language but English and says the rest are not of God. Well, according to him, they are allowed to spend only 15 minutes with their grandfather once every year. Mind you, this grandfather is the father to their dad. He says he's not a Catholic, hence he's a pagan, and that's why he doesn't allow them to see him. Kambili and Jaja visit their aunt Ifeoma and their cousins at another town called Nsukka. Here they are exposed to different things, something new, a different way of doing things, a different way of how life is lived. Guys, I don't like one of their cousins, Amaka. She is not accepting of Kambili. The way she doesn't speak much, the way she can't be able to stand up for herself. Amaka doesn't stop to think, hey, maybe we were raised differently. And then it hit me. How many of us are like that to our friends, our family, our associates, our workmates? Just because we don't understand the way they do things, we don't like them. How about we stop to understand their background before we judge them? When Kambili and Jaja return to their home, their father finds out that they slept in the same house with their grandfather. Remember, their grandfather is not a Catholic. Therefore, he is a pagan. Listen to what he does to them. Climb into the tub, Papa said again. I stepped into the tub and stood looking at him. It didn't seem that he was going to get a stick, and I felt fear, stinging and raw fill my bladder and my ears. I did not know what he was going to do to me. It was easier when I saw a stick, because I could rub my palms together and tighten the muscles of my calves in preparation. He had never asked me to stand inside a tub. Then I noticed the kettle on the floor, close to Papa's feet. The green kettle Sisi used to boil hot water for tea and curry. The one that whistled when the water started to boil. Papa picked it up. You knew your grandfather was coming to Nsuka, did you not? He asked in Igbo. Yes, Papa. You knew you would be sleeping in the same house as a heathen. Yes, Papa. So you saw sin clearly and you walked right into it. I nodded. Yes, Papa. Kambili, you are precious. You should strive for perfection. You should not see sin and walk right into it. He lowered the kettle into the tub, tilted it toward my feet. He poured the hot water on my feet slowly, as if he were conducting an experiment and wanted to see what would happen. He was crying now, tears streaming down his face. I saw the moist steam before I saw the water. I watched the water leave the kettle, flowing almost in slow motion in an arc to my feet. The pain of contact was so pure, so scalding. I felt nothing for a second, and then I screamed. That is what you do to yourself when you walk into sin. You burn your feet, he said. Ooh. Yo. Guys, their father did that to both Kambili and Jaja. He burned both their feet. That's just one of the things that he did to them once they committed sin according to him. And you know what? That's not even the worst part. After all their dad did that and so much more, I didn't hate him. Instead, I sympathized with him. I felt sorry for him because he believed that what he did was the right thing to do. Listen, guys, listen to this. Now, this is their father speaking after he has burned their feet. Everything I do for you, I do for your own good, Papa said. You know that? Yes, Papa. He sat on my bed and held my hand. I committed a sin against my own body once, he said. And the good father, the one I lived with while I went to St. Gregory's, came in and saw me. He asked me to boil water for tea. He poured the water in a bowl and soaked my hands in it. Papa was looking right into my eyes. I did not know he had committed any sins, that he could commit any sins. I never sinned against my own body again. The good father did that for my own good, he said. I'm going to stop there to avoid spoiling the book for those who want to read it. And once you read it, please tell me your thoughts and tell me your experience in the comment section. Okay, guys? Bye. Love you.